As-salaam wa-alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Year 3 of the 17 Verses podcast. I'm your host, Maher Haq. In this podcast, we take a small selection from the Quran every day and recite it to you in plain English, so you can get a small slice of God's Word while you go about your day. By averaging 17 verses per day, we're able to break the Quran down into manageable pieces and finish it in 1 year. If you enjoyed the podcast, please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher, and write us a review. Today's selection concludes Surah 37, As-Sãffãt, or Those Ranged in Ranks, verses 167 through 182. These verses recount that Allah has promised to help His messengers and His devotees. Tafseer for the selection talks about those who complain that the message of Allah had not been sent to their ancestors. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. And there were those who said, if we had received a reminder which the earlier people had received, we certainly would have been sincere devotees of Allah. But now that the Quran has come, they reject it. But soon they will find out the consequences of this attitude. We have already promised our servants, whom we sent as messengers, that they would certainly be helped, and that our forces will surely be victorious. So give no heed to them for a while. You will see their downfall as they shall see your victory. Do they wish to hurry on our punishment? But dreadful will be that morning, when it will descend in the courtyards of those who have been warned. So pay no heed to them for a while. You will surely see their downfall as they shall see your victory. Glory be to your Lord, the Lord of honor. He is free from what they ascribe to Him. Peace be on the messengers, and praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Ameen. Now, concerning those who complain that the message of Allah had not been sent to their ancestors. Quote, such men take refuge in ancestral tradition, saying, if our forefathers had had an inkling of revelation or miracles, or had worshipped as we are now taught to worship, we should gladly have accepted, or if they had had anything of the miracles which other nations of old are said to have received, we could have then accepted. But now stronger and more convincing proofs have come to them, in the Quran, in their own tongue, and they doubt and reject it. Unquote. Thank you. This concludes today's episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope that this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17, VERSES.com. Thank you, and be well.